Hey, I just want to ask just a couple questions. You've probably been talking to media all day, I imagine, right?
Oh yeah. I really wanted to get my statement public because it seems like my story has spread like wildfire, and I figured I might as well contribute to it to make it more accurate.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are you kind of surprised about the exposure that the story got?
I am, honestly. I didn't really, I didn't see how sensational my actions were until hindsight, and it really didn't set in until the actual press started to cover my story. And at first I was a little hurt, but then I started to laugh about it because there was a lot of stretching and insinuation to like other things in my nude modeling, like prostitution, or like I was looking for drugs in exchange for doing nude photography for Mr. Warnock, and those allegations or like assumptions were just flat out wrong. And I just wanted to make that clear to everybody that my nude modeling is honest work, and I use it mostly to fund my college career. I'm a full-time student, and I'm majoring in PR and journalism.
And that's at Indiana University, or where?
Yes, it's at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Okay. What year student are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. So, you say that you didn't realize that it would cause such an uproar, but didn't you realize that that public exposure like that is against the law?
I didn't know that at the time, and really, in hindsight, all I can say is that my intent, or what I was trying to do, was not to be obscene and shocking to people and offend people. Like, I didn't walk up to people and expose myself in close proximity of them. I was solely there to do a art project with a photographer, and I'm just not really familiar with Monroeville or the Miracle Mile Mall, so I wasn't aware of the stores that I was posing in front of.
Now, did you make the trip all the way from Indiana then to do this?
Absolutely, yes. I travel all over Pittsburgh. I've traveled out of state, honestly, from my modeling before. I get most of my work in Pittsburgh, and if anybody's interested in finding me, I'm on Twitter at FoxJane, instead of an O and Fox with a zero, if anybody's interested in looking at my portfolio. But I've worked with many photographers. A great photographer I've worked with in Pittsburgh is Jason Green, Reality and Grace. He's a wonderful photographer, and he's been very supportive throughout this entire story and development of the story.
And that's Jason Green. Is that Greene?
Yes, Jason Green, and he is of Pittsburgh, too. I would just really like to extend my thanks to him, and just being very supportive and guiding me through this. And I also just want to thank people that have stuck by me, my own family. There's some of my family members that don't understand, and so we're not really on speaking terms at the moment, but there has been some great people that have been supportive of me and understand me.
That's good. Now, I'm assuming that Flickr account that you linked to from your Twitter account, is that your Flickr account?
Yes, it is. That's my portfolio. It's at FoxJane Modeling, I believe. And that just gives my best work that I feel, just of various photographers that I've worked with. My favorite is definitely the Body Save series that I have, and it's really just getting attention towards the curvatures and contours of the body. It's not really about nudity or explicit content at all, and I just think my pictures depict something other than explicit content. Nudity is not always to arouse, and I just really hope people try to understand that or learn that.
Well, I did notice that the photos there seem very artistically done. I mean, is that important to you?
Absolutely. An artistic nature to my photos is always number one. But it is a business, so I understand that some of my photos have been more erotic or risque. But the main thing is that I'm just a nude model. I use my nudity for photography purposes only. It's not devious, it's not scandalous, it's not illegal, and I'm just tired of the media equating it to prostitution or something.
Right.
It's funny. The Trip Live actually just wrote another article about me about a few hours ago, and it's covering my Twitter page, I guess because they're the ones who initially broke the news about my story.
Yeah, that's where I found the story first.
Yeah, so it's really nice that everybody's been collaborating and really trying to get my statement out there because I think it's needed in the marketplace of ideas.
Now, there was another Twitter account that I have found in research, and it was at Guerra_fair. Is that an old account of yours, or is that no relation to you? Because it has your images in it.
Yes, it probably is an old account of mine.
Okay.
I honestly, before this, I never really had much of a social media presence.
Yeah.
And that was just, it must have been an old Twitter account. My functioning, most recent one is at Fox Gene with a 0 instead of no.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to reach me.
Were you concerned at all about like the issue of trust? I mean, obviously there are a lot of bad people out there, and
right.
Meeting somebody up on Craigslist, was that ever a worry for you?
I understand the concern with that, honestly, because Craigslist gets a bad rep. Like, let's be honest, like people, shady stuff goes on in Craigslist, but I utilize Craigslist. I utilize Model Mayhem both for getting shoots and gigs. And both have been successful. It's really just about using your best judgment, doing your homework, getting references from past models, and just being smart. It takes work just like any other industry. It's I manage myself. It's a business.
Yeah. So is this something, for how long have you been working nude?
I've been modeling since I was 18. I started whenever I was a freshman in college, and I was working an 8-hour job and killing myself, and then I found out I could do this.
Uh-huh.
And I've been doing it ever since, and nobody really knew about it until, a little bit over a week ago now. And I've just had so much different reactions to it, so much support that I've decided to go public with it and share the idea that nudity is not always explicit or immoral. It can be art and it can be beautiful, and I just hope people can understand that.
Yeah. What are your future plans? Do you know what you're going to do eventually, or?
Absolutely. I would love to be on TV or work for some type of TV network. I'm majoring in public relations, so this is really all in my field right now.
Mm-hmm.
so it's really nice that it correlates so well, because I honestly think I can promote myself with this instead of thinking, oh, well, everybody knows I'm a nude model, I can't get a job anywhere. Well, I'm trying to turn the publicity around to make myself known and the true identity of myself instead of just the smear campaign.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the luck. Your last name, is it Guerra, or how do you pronounce your last name?
It's pronounced Guerra.
Guerra, okay.
Nobody knows Spanish. It's Spanish for war. If you translate it in English, it's war. I've noticed a lot of reporters and anchors on news segments have mispronounced my name. Yes, it's Guerra.
Guerra, okay. Well, now, you live in Indiana right now, currently?
I do.
Are you from Indiana, or where did you originally hail from?
I'm originally from New Jersey. I was born there. I've spent most of my life in Indiana. And I went to community college in Indiana. I have had a very untraditional college career, transferred a lot from different universities and community colleges. But I'm currently at IUP, and I'm a junior. Just working towards a PR and journalism degree. Well,
Chelsea, thank you so much for taking the time. I mean, is there anything that I didn't ask? Is there anything I didn't ask that you'd like to?
If you could just, if anybody has any questions or if they would like to learn more, just add them to my Twitter page at FoxJane with a 0 instead of an O, and you can get the latest on my portfolio and stories. And I look forward to seeing what everybody has to say.
Well, thank you very much.